This is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. They call me the Diva.
And this is Nicholas DeLeon, NikonKid.
How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's had a wonderful New Year and a safe Christmas. And anybody that's up north dealing with all of this snow, I hope you guys are in a warm place tonight.
Or unless you like the cold, you're doing a
Unless you like the cold, right. Poor Shane Van Boning got stranded over in Denver. I'm not quite sure if it was because of the weather or what, but that's some crazy stuff going on.
They actually, I heard they didn't tell him. I was just talking to somebody that was just on the phone with them just too long ago, and they didn't know if it was weather or COVID or whatnot, but he's stuck. So he's going to be in the mountains fishing for sure.
I don't think he's too upset about it.
No. I think he's like, oh, this is still good. I'm like, I think I brought my fishing rods.
Absolutely. It's like vacay time.
Yeah.
Hi, Corby. Our favorite person is here. Corby says his flight got canceled, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the weather.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It did. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nick, how did you do over at Hard Times last week? Tell us about it. I heard you placed pretty high.
Yeah, Oscar Dominguez and his wife Desiree and their staff was amazing at Hard Times in Sacramento. From everything from food to drinks to tables. There was waiting lists. I mean, the place was packed once it got nighttime. So they're doing good. When I was there and when I was living there was only 2 diamonds in the back room, and now he has all 8 diamonds in the back room. And I think he has another like 15 or 20 tables on the other side that are Brunswicks, and 2 bar tables that are diamonds. But it was good. I played in the one pocket. Oscar beat me in the one pocket. I didn't do too well placement in the one pocket, which I'm trying to get used to the game, so it's a little different for me. But I played the rotation. They did 9-ball on the spot with the magic rack or the turtle rack, and I made it into the second day. And I ran to the hot seat. So I got to the hot seat match, and Amar played absolutely perfect on me. He broke perfect. Really didn't make any mistakes. Ends up beating me 8-1. And I mean, I pretty much just sat there and on my phone playing games while he's running out.
And then there's not much you can do.
Yeah, and then I was stoked, to finally play my next match, and I had to play Oscar Dominguez, and he breaks or runs like the first 4 on me, and I'm like, okay, I can see how this is gonna go. So they just played perfect on me, and there's nothing I could do about it besides watch. I mean, I was a little upset that I didn't get to perform, but that's what happens when you're sitting in your chair. So.
Well, I mean, that's the way the ball rolls.
But yeah, I mean, they got 112 players. I took third. So it wasn't too bad of a event for me, but it was a great pool room. If you guys have never made it out there, Oscar Dominguez has that, and then plus he opened a billiard shop next door. So for billiard supplies, also he has the Predator table over there. So like it's literally right next to their building. So you guys have to go out there, check it out. They're nothing but good people, and they have an awesome clientele there.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, congratulations. Inside Pool is extremely proud of our Nick DeLeon and his 3rd place finish.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. So, my wife made it out, my buddy Joey and his lady Cheryl. So it was cold. It was super cold out there, but it was good.
Right. Well, I'm glad you had a fantastic time. I look forward to seeing you play again soon.
Yes, very soon.
Well, hello there, Mr. Clark. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to talk about Dennis, Nick. What's going on? I mean, I was completely shocked. I was looking forward to him coming to Birmingham, Alabama. As most of you guys know, I live in Huntsville, Alabama, which is about 2 hours north of Birmingham. And Dennis Orcollo has been like sweeping through Iron City every time. Nick DeLeon got the opportunity to play Dennis Orcollo when I first met Nick. Nick, do you want to go through that match with us just briefly before we get into issue?
I went out there with Scott Frost and Tony Bloom and Julia Bloom, and we played in the 1 pocket, the 9-ball bar table, and the 10-ball single elimination big table event. And I won my first match, and then I drew Dennis Orcollo, and I had to wait because he was playing Warren Camco in the finals of the 1 pocket. So I didn't play until like 11 p.m. And by the time that time comes, I'm fully awake. Like, I'm not tired. I'm wired. I'm ready to play. And we get on with it, and I jump out to a 5-2 lead. Like, I feel great. I'm breaking good. I'm playing safe good. I'm running balls very well against the champion, and I make 3 mistakes and I lose 9-7. I mean, it was absolutely a fantastic match. Just little stuff, little errors, and that's just now, like, I'm going through and I'm working on, being more precise with my game and everything. But he got me 9-7, and even afterwards, like DD and Dennis, they're just like, man, I thought you were going to take him down, and I had my chances, I just couldn't finish, and that's just from not playing champions. Like I talked about our last podcast, is when you don't get out and you don't play the better players, your nerves gets the best of you right away, and you're always nervous going into a match, but you're more nervous when you're playing a champion. And that wasn't my first time playing him, but it was like in a very long time has been that caliber of player of being playing against. So my 3 mistakes got to me, and I lost 9-7.
Well, the thing about it is I didn't even know who you were. And I've been on the scene for at least 15 years, hanging around with Jonathan Penninger or Hennessy from Tennessee. And this guy is standing in front of me being a reporter and taking pictures of the players, and Nick's literally standing in my eye line. And he has this flamboyant jersey on that says Q-Tech with his name across the back. And I'm like, hey, how did you get your name put on the back of that shirt? Or how much did you pay them to do that? And Nick's like, well, I play a little bit. I don't know. They just kind of gave me the jersey. And then when he's finished playing with Dennis looks at him and he goes, you almost had me. And the rest is history, right?
Yeah.
Nick's like, I can play a little bit.
Yeah, I can play a little bit.
But hello, music, just music. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, sir. I live very close to Marshall Space Flight Center, sir. I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh, Penguin's in the house, Nick.
Hey, Penguin, what's happening?
And Corby says, and Nick is a photographer and he knows how annoying it is to have someone come and stand in front of you. Corby, I believe it was a move on Nick's part to find out why I was sitting there taking pictures.
A possibility.
Like, who is this woman and why is she taking pictures and why is she sitting there looking through her purse like a maniac? Hello, Chris. How are you? We are fantastic. So I want to talk a little bit about Dennis Orcollo and his deportation out of the United States.
I know a little bit.
Do you have any information for us, Nick? And then I'll go into how much I know about what's going on.
It was a shock to the whole entire pool world. Dennis is not, let's just, hand it out. He's the best, I would say, top 2 money players in any game out there, or top 3 or whatever you want to call it. But with him not being here, in my opinion, you lose a lot of fans. You lose a lot of money because they drive that money in and everything. And I heard and I read that it was his second offense from staying past his visa time. And with being said, that is they take it very seriously, and they're talking about a 5-year ban, and that's very rough because he can still play pool in the Philippines, but coming back 5 years later when he's playing probably the best pool of his life in the last couple of years here in the U.S., it's just like, how are you going to be from 5 years ago? I mean, like when he got back, it took him a little bit to get right back in it, just like Alex did,
Right.
But once they got right in that routine, they got right back to where they left, and if not better. And I just feel that everybody's working on. I heard a lot of people pitched in and is helping them get a lawyer and to fight this um, and try to get him back sooner than 5 years or even sooner, like in 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is. But I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how I don't unfortunately know how the work visas work or whatnot because Carlo Beato kind of talks about a little bit of that about that, and then also Roberto Gomez. He had to go. He had to get. He got deported a while ago, and his wife or fiance at the time um, went above and beyond and got all these lawyers, got everything, and he has this visa. He can leave anytime to the Philippines and to the U.S. He has his own driver's license for Texas. So I don't know what he did and what she did to get through and get to do all that. But if that can happen with Roberto, then I'm pretty sure that if you get the lawyers that you need and the help that you need, and everybody's willing to help this man out, and because we love the guy on and
Absolutely.
off the table, the guy is phenomenal. So um, it really sucks to hear that this happened and that we're going through this or that he's going through this, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to be seeing him sooner than what they're saying about the 5 years. So,
Well, Inside Pool Magazine has reached out to the U.S. Customs, and we will have a article posted on our magazine page. So if you guys would like to check that out, we should have that up and loaded for you guys to view within the next couple of days. I had someone reach out to me earlier today asking if we could possibly help. Tracy's all about helping. That's my passion. That's something that I've been doing since I began this crusade with Inside Pool Magazine. So we're going to do whatever we can um, from our podium, so to speak, to help Dennis out. And we'll be working with some of the other areas, some of the other places that are trying to help Dennis as well. So you guys keep vigilant, pay attention to what's going on, and we will let all of our fans know how you can help us help Dennis. So
correct.
we appreciate any help we can possibly get. Character witnesses, anything like that to say that this man is an upstanding person. He's never caused any scenes as far as I know.
Nope.
I personally have met Mr. Orcollo, and I've never seen him ever make any notion of trouble at all.
No, not at all.
Very upstanding gentleman, a wonderful man. So, from us here at Inside Pool Magazine, Dennis, if you're watching, we've got your back, dude. We're 100% behind you. Any questions for us, guys? Penguin says, I hope Dennis can get that straightened out and hopefully he can get that athlete visa. That's what we're hoping for. We're definitely pulling for Dennis. So, like I said, you guys, post, get it out there. The more we say we want Dennis back in the United States, maybe that can help. I mean, come on, it couldn't hurt.
There's a question in there. What he did, I don't know if you're just tuning in right now, but and you haven't read anything on Facebook or on Arizona Billiards News or whatnot that's going on, but he was going through LA and I guess he stayed past his visa time, and I guess he was supposed to go back home. So they pretty much stopped him where he's at, held him, and they pretty much sent him back to the Philippines or on the process of going through that. And what I got told is that he was in like a holding cell until they did all that. So
if you've ever had to deal with immigration and you're sitting in a deportation cell, it's horrible. I've had to deal with it with my family members. A lot of you guys don't know, but I'm half Hispanic. Half of my family lives in Mexico. And if you come over here illegally and you get caught, you sit in a holding cell for 3 months and then you get deported. And, unfortunately, one of my family members got into some issues, and they were here legally, but he could not find his visa. And that was the issue. So he sat in a holding cell because none of us knew where it was, and he couldn't produce, the accurate information that supposedly was on the visa. So it is what it is. It's water under the bridge now.
Yeah.
But when you come into the United States, you have to make sure that all those dots are dotted and those T's are crossed, and make sure you hold on to all your paperwork and everything. They're not playing anymore. They're really gung-ho about this.
Yeah. But, there's a lot of people out there that are helping. A lot of people are in his circle that is pushing to do everything they can to fix this and to get it resolved. And, like I said, Roberto Gomez went through it, and his lady or fiance went through hell to get everything that he has to be here permanently, and he can go back there anytime he wants and come back as well. So
right. And thank you so much for joining us, Old Man Ferguson. We appreciate the questions and the interactions with our chat. I want to let you guys know we will be giving away a prize at the end of the month for the chatter that is in our chat room the most. Right now, Corby is leading the pack. He was, every time we go live, he's here. So we'll let you guys know what you will be receiving. And we will get in touch with you when we do the drawing and let you know who wins. And we will get your address and have that item sent out to you.
But you must be active in the chat on every show that we do. And when we go live, whether you're saying hi, whether you're jumping in and asking questions, whatever it is, but you have to be involved in the chat in order to win our prizes. And it could be anything. It could go from pool cue to shirt apparel, or gloves, or chalk, whatnot, or chalk.
Anything.
Yeah, so.
And this is our way of saying thank you to our fans for joining us and helping Nick and myself get our show up and running. And if you guys have any suggestions for us on what topics you would like for us to cover, or if there's something going on in the pool world that we are not aware of, we would love to know. I've been charging this front about honoring our pool players. So if you have somebody or a family that goes above and beyond the call of duty in your area, and I'm talking about holding benefits, somebody's in trouble, they're the first person there to help without getting any recognition, we want to hear about it, because this is my job. I enjoy giving back, and I want our viewers to know that we care about each and every one of you. So you just let us know who you know, and we will try to get in touch with those people and bring them in on our podcast.
Yes,
indeed. So that they have that opportunity to tell us a little bit about whatever it is that they're doing at that time, any tournaments that they're putting on, or any type of benefit that they're giving back to society. Because we're trying to change the way that our sponsors view pool in the United States. All of the other countries view pool like it's a sport, and here in the United States, it's treated like a game, and we're trying to get more sponsorship for bigger tournaments. And the only way we're going to do that is if we reach out into the community and pull those people in to show that we are upstanding citizens, and this is a sport, and we want to make it a sport, because we work hard at what we do, and we enjoy it, and we want to see people like Nick get the recognition that they deserve, because they are athletes. They're just a different kind of athlete.
Talking about recognition, Chris made a comment about Josh Roberts, and we all know, and I guarantee you a lot of people know that name, and that guy plays not just rotation good, but he also plays one pocket good. And we had a banner up there that Josh Roberts won the one ball, one pocket already. And he's playing Omar for the hot seat in the one pocket at Iron City Billiards. So, yes, he gets enough recognition, and we will keep on doing it, because the guy is a humble guy. He plays well. I got to meet him in Iron City Billiards about 2 years ago, and we actually had to play against each other. And It was really funny. He left me a long shot, and there his ball's on his side, and I shot it. He's all, well, he's a straight shooter, and like we just never kind of like met or anything. But I mean, even when he came out to Freezer, he played the Freezers. I forgot the tour name of it, whatever it was, but it was a big one pocket, and he did really well out here too. So Josh Roberts, a lot of people know his name, and a lot of people will know who he is here, very soon if you don't. So
if you guys check out Inside Pool Mags, I believe it's www.insidepoolmag.com. There is a spotlight article on Josh Roberts that I did out of the Texas Open. This man is an amazing human being with so much knowledge in one pocket and the other games. He's also a family man. He has 5 children, guys and gals. This man is out there trying to make money, trying to make a life for his family. He also cares about his fans. I watched Josh in New Orleans. He just gotten put out of the one pocket. There were 2 fans standing there with posters wanting him to sign it without hesitation. He shook their hands, told them thank you so much for following me and supporting me in my travels and whatever. And he signed those posters. And it was an amazing thing to see when you're going through something like you just lost a match, and you can be humble enough to say, you know what, I appreciate you guys standing here and watching me, and I appreciate you guys traveling all this way and giving me all of this recognition. I'm just a man. I play pool because I love it, and I'm going to do whatever I can for my fan base. And he does. He gives back 100%. Josh Roberts is an amazing human being, and it was an honor to write that article on Josh. I do agree with you, Penguin, about the travel bans that were going on at the time that Dennis had that, unfortunately, he's gotten in trouble over going over the visa time. But I do believe that if they do the math, basically what's going on is, yes, Dennis is in the wrong for not abiding by the rules.
yes.
But when the entire country is on lockdown and you cannot go home, I don't think that he was fully aware of the rules or how to go about notifying someone.
Right?
Right. Because if an entire country is shut down for an entire year,
how is he going to get back?
How is he going to get home?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts that are going on with the Dennis Orcollo issue and the deportation. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah. But we'll get it all. I'll get it all resolved. Once we hear something, you guys will all hear something. So
we will make sure that news gets out to each and every one of you, because we do appreciate you guys caring about what's going on with Dennis, and I know he appreciates it as well. Nick, did you threaten Corby?
I don't know what he's talking about. I think we have to ban him. That'd be our first one banned.
I totally agree, Chris. Chris Rogers says Josh Roberts for Moscone. Mr. Roberts was actually asked to be on the Moscone Cup team last year, but because he just had a new baby not long ago, he just could not be away from his family at the time. It's really a stressful kind of time of year, and you have to go to certain events.
Yep.
And Josh just couldn't do it because, he wanted to be home with his kids. Yeah. So unfortunately, at that time, he was not able to be on the team. But we're looking at the future for Mr. Roberts. When his son or daughter gets a little older, then maybe he will change his mind about being on the team. Penguin says she read that, and it's an amazing article. Well, thank you so much for reading that. I appreciate you guys for following me and giving me the feedback, because I need to know what I'm doing. You guys need to let me know if I'm doing something good or maybe I could do something better. I take criticism fairly well, guys. I used to be a pool player myself. I understand.
Yeah, that's like Facebook jail, Corby, like Melina Mike does to Dom.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. You're absolutely welcome.
Yeah, man,
So
we're
we're
just
going
doing
to
what
move
we're
on to a
doing.
new topic.
Yeah.
Alex and Fedor. That
Alex and
match.
Fedor.
Fedor.
Please, everybody. Okay, let's start here. Who does everybody like, and what do you think the score is going to be? It's a race to 75, 10 ball. And I'll give you a little insight before you guys all start blowing up our little chat with the race and who's going to win. But Alex recently did play Fedor twice. And I think it was Vegas, or one was in Vegas, one was or both of them are in Vegas. And Alex won both of those, a race to 18 and a race to 21. And it wasn't they were playing for a couple $100. They were playing for a pretty chunk of money. So just an FYI, it's going to be a very close match. We already know that Federer's the top 10 or top 5 best 10 ball breakers out there. So we already know that he jumps crazy good. He pockets balls well, but it's so hard to bet against Alex because, man, when that line comes out, I mean, he is on a tear.
Fierce.
Yes. So,
and he has such a good time when he plays. I enjoy watching Alex play. He is like, he's in beast mode, but he's having such a good time.
Yes.
He's definitely good for stream. He's an amazing human being on top of it, and he's so humble. It's a fantastic time to watch Alex play in any event, actually, any event.
Correct. But I guess there's some some issues about the dates that they're playing with another event that's going on and all that. Corby, I'll take that. If you want Federer, I'll take Alex. But I forgot who it was with. It was like the pool owner, right? That's holding an event, Tracy?
I'm sorry?
The pool event, right? There's a conflict with the pool event, right?
Actually, this is what I'm thinking was going on. Jason Romero is holding an event in Louisiana called the Cajun Coast Classic, which I was invited to. And apparently there is a conflict between his event and this event. And it was all over social media, and there was some issues with it, and I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think
why there would be an issue, but we're all about everybody trying not to hold events all at the same time, because it makes it difficult for all of you guys to get to all of these events. But since it's a pay-per-view kind of thing, and it's not really, a whole tournament, my issue was, why would it matter? But I'm just a reporter, so I don't know. I really don't have an opinion one way or the other, but I was wondering.
I got a couple of solutions. Now, Federer doesn't live here in the U.S., right? Federer comes during certain times that he's allowed to come, or that his I want to say his visa, right, gets him over here for however long. Also, how hard is it to get him and Alex in the same building or around the same months where you could play this, right? And then on top of it,
because he lives in a completely different country, and it's easier for Alex to get here.
Yeah, correct. And also on top of that, there's not that many weeks and weekends, in a month. So you're going to fall on something. I mean, could they do it during the week? Yes. But I feel like, for instance, last year when Skyler played Dennis, right? You didn't see Mark Griffin going off saying, "Oh my God, I have a Swanee and you guys are going to have it the same weekend." Man, he took it as a business opportunity.
Right.
He said, "Hey, I'm going to pay for it, and you guys are not only going to be watching some great pool with people that are top professionals coming out to play my event, but you guys also get to sit here and watch Dennis and Skyler play the Bar Box challenge. Like, you get 2 for 1. Like, people, instead of them paying $40 or whatever it is to sit at home and do nothing and watch Dennis and Skylar play. He made it. He put it in the business. He's all, dude. It's going to be on all my TV screens, and you guys can watch it here live while you're here to play in the Swanee, or while you're here to watch the Swanee. So I just don't see where the big deal is. I mean, yeah, it's $40. I mean, you get a couple other people get in, that $40 is taken care of. That's just my aspect, because I was there last year at the Swanee, and I thought it was really cool that Mark went out of the way and he put it up on all his TVs and bought the stream for everybody.
Right. Well, I mean, that would make sense. I know in Meridian, Mississippi, we were at a major tournament because, Meridian, Mississippi puts on that split bracket tournament that usually brings in about 120 players.
Yeah.
And Joey Henderson actually would buy the streams so that the players that are sitting there waiting for their matches have something to watch. And, most of the people that these places that I go to, they do that. They also do that in South Haven Rec Center. They will actually buy a stream so that the players that are not playing at that moment can actually watch those feeds.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that I'm 100%, that's an option so that we're not fighting with each other over events.
We have enough of that.
We learn to get along with each other and try to help each other out as much as possible.
Yeah, we have enough of that with like overlapping tournaments.
Right.
I mean, gambling matches is just gambling matches. People are going to pay for it. People are going to watch it. But if you have an event going on at the same time that a big match is happening, man, just make a post and say, hey, instead of you guys buying it, come to my place, have some good food, have some good drinks, and you get to watch here and watch some good pool as well.
Absolutely. And if any of you guys are running tournaments and you're wanting some help with maybe asking some questions, needing some help on how to get a tournament up and running, please feel free to contact myself, Nick DeLeon, or Autumn Grusella, and her email address is running down at the bottom of our stream. Let me get my words right. And she can help you guys out on some of that promotional issues as well. So if you guys need anything, don't hesitate to contact us. We're just like you guys. We're itching to watch some pool and get involved, and if we don't get involved, then we're just going to sit here and complain. And to me, we're not getting anywhere if we're just going to complain. Let's fix the issues and let's move forward.
Yep. Sounds great.
So let's talk about the upcoming events, Nick.
Oh, man, there's so many events this year. I can't wait. I mean, there are big ones in February. There's bigger ones in March, and there's
April is exploding as well. I'm looking forward to Super Billiards Expo myself.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's just 2022. I don't care what you guys say.
It's insane with the tournament.
Man, it is going to blow up this year. I think it's going to be the biggest year we've had in a very long time for pool, for our top professionals, for amateurs to come out and play, whatnot, even the juniors. Some people doing some great things with the junior players. You have Turning Stone that's going on right now. I'm pretty sure the link, let me find it real quick, but
that is what is it? AZ Billiards event.
Upstate, right? Upstate
Owl is putting on that stream.
They're streaming the Turning Stone right now, so you guys can go check that out and watch out for their times. But that's going on. You have Derby coming up in a couple weeks,
and the Diva will be at the Derby. So any of my fans that will be at Derby City, make sure you walk up to me and shake my hand. Trust me, I'm extremely humble. I will sit down and have a discussion with you. I am not shy. So you guys just walk up and say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I watch your show, or one of your Facebook fans, whatever. We can have a cup of coffee and shoot the gab. I mean, I'd be more than happy to talk to any of you guys. So Chris Rogers says, Earl killed it today.
If you guys don't remember, last year got canceled because of COVID, correct?
Right.
The year before that, who was in the finals? Earl and Shane. Yes, Shane ended up winning. So I expect Earl to do very well, especially after hearing from Shane that he actually was out hiding and practicing and playing a lot and get ready for the Moscone Cup. And unfortunately, that didn't happen for him. So I'm pretty sure that he is very hungry. He is hungry. He is itching to play. And I have a feeling that you're just going to see a totally different monster, especially because Shane couldn't make the event.
Right, right. And I don't think Shane's too upset over that.
No. Shane's out in the woods. He's fishing. He's having a good old time. So, but if we want to get into February, because like right after the Derby, there's really a small little break.
It's not much of a break. We have the Cajun Coast Classic, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Jason Romero
City, right?
in his place. I think it's called Pool Dues.
Kansas City?
No, this is in I believe it's is it Monroe, Louisiana? I'll have to look it up. But
Oh,
this
okay,
is in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I'm headed back to Louisiana after I leave Derby City, which is in Indiana. I'll be heading to Louisiana after that. We also have the Swanee coming up in February at Griff's.
Also, the overlap there is Skinny Bob's. This is Texas Open.
We have the Texas Open. Woo!
And a mixed doubles, which is male-female, Scotch doubles event as well.
Fantastic. We also have the Kansas City Pro Classic at Side Pockets going on in February as well. Omega Billiards jumped in on that action.
What are the dates for those?
The Kansas City, I believe it was February the 9th. It was. I'll have to check the dates on that as well. And but you guys check out those flyers. We will run that promo again for you, the video, so that you guys have those. I will do that right now. Let me find it.
Here we go.
And if you guys need any flyers, make sure you check out Nick DeLeon's NikonKid page, his professional page, or you can check out my page, Tracy Lerma Inside Pool Diva. And we're back.
Yeah, a lot of big events. I mean, it just gets better and better and better this year. So, I know I don't know, we'll talk about March and April, but we will. I mean, pool is just exploding. I mean, there was just another flyer that came out for May, and it's like it's crazy how big these events are going to be, and how much pool there will be for players to go to and fans to watch. So 2022 is going to be fantastic for pool, and I think it's just going to get bigger every month as we go.
Well, from what I heard, this is what's going on at Iron City right now. Josh Roberts is up battling for the hot seat in the One Pocket event. So he's going to try to sweep this thing, Nick.
It's going to be tough. Well, he can't sweep it because somebody already won the banks, right?
Yes, my little friend Kevin Ping.
Yeah.
Kevin Ping beat Skylar Woodward last night in the banks tournament. Kevin Ping, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Ping is out of Kentucky originally, but he's been hanging out in Bristol, Tennessee, and he's been hanging out in Wilmington, North Carolina with Justin Martin. He's a friend of Justin Martin's. If you guys don't know this shortstop, you need to keep an eye on this kid. 28-year-old Kevin Ping is on a rampage through the South. He's been hanging out in Maryland here lately on those big tables, so he's getting a lot of practice in with those big dogs up there, up in New England, Nick.
Well, you know, I'll be getting out all over this year, so
that means that kid's Fargo is about to go up.
Yeah. Fargo go up, go down, whatever.
But yeah, Kevin Ping's doing really, really well out there.
No, that's great. So
let's see, what else have we got going on? March. Corby says Vegas baby in March.
Oh yes, man. I'm telling you, like, I wish we could tell more about the events that are coming, but that'll come in time. You guys just stay tuned. like I said, we're giving away free stuff for people that are in the chat. You have to be in chat, not just be watching us. Be active, ask questions, say hello. If you guys know anything, drop a line. Let us know. Ask any questions. If we don't know the answers, we'll get them for the following week. But it's 2022 is going to be a good year for pool. So everything's going to be great. Other than let's just hope that there are no more flights get delays or canceled because, Turning Stone's missing the best player in the U.S. right now. So
missing 2 fantastic players. If Dennis would have
yes,
signed up to play in that event, he had signed up for the ICB event, which is what got all of this crazy started.
Oh, here's a question.
I want to give a big shout out to King of the Slate Apparel. They sent me this fantastic jersey here, guys. Let me find the right. Hot pink is my signature color, and on the back of my shirt it's huge. The whole back of my shirt says King of the Slate. So I appreciate you guys sending me this. James, you are an amazing human being, and thank you so much for my birthday present. Nick's wearing One Pocket Apparel. What's up with that, Joey Ryan?
Yeah, one of my big sponsors that I have, and I don't play the game that well, and I barely play the game. So, but I do what I can to represent the company and what they could do, and they're doing so much, and they're teaming up with so many people. So, only good things are going to come out of the one PKT. But we did forget one event that's starting next week, and you have all the champions of champions coming out here. If you're in Arizona and you're not playing the CSI International or Nationals event, you have Carlo Beato, you have Roberto Gomez, you have Fedor, you have Mike M, you have Corey Do, I believe, is possibly playing. You have Kachi, you have Oi, you have Yappy. I mean, the list just goes on. And I am telling you, I don't know what Predator did, because last year, like, we had champions here, but it wasn't like a big field of champions. Like, I feel
maybe that had a little bit to do with COVID as well, though, Nick.
Well, correct, true. But I think my Predator might have sent out a mass email and say, "Hey, boys, let's get it on," know. And
what are you guys doing?
Yeah, and I know it's a race of 4. It's a race of 4. If you split a piece, then you have to do spot shots where the 10-ball racks in the 10-ball rack. But that's from the 12th through the 15th. If you guys are in Arizona, you guys want to come check out the champions. Filler's going to be in town. I'm telling you, everybody's going to be here. Jason Shaw, I believe I saw on the list. It's going to be an incredible event. I'm playing in it. And who you do? Okay, so Corby had a question.
He wants to know, who do you pick to win in Tucson, Nick?
I'm picking myself for a couple reasons.
I'm picking Nick because he works for me.
I need an invitation to the World 10 Ball, and that's the only way you get it. Is you have to place top 2 in a Predator event, or you have to win the points over the year to be invited for the following year. So that's my goal, to win one of them or to be in the top 2 of one of them. I'm playing in all the Predator events this year. I think that they're doing so much for pool. You have to, applaud them for everything that they're doing. If it wasn't for them and CSI and all these other big pool halls that are adding all this money, we wouldn't have anything to play in or at least fight for. So I think it's awesome that everybody's coming together and they're throwing big events. And, Predator, it's 75,000 added prize fund. Also, there a couple of them are going to be 100,000. It's just, the list just keeps on going, and I feel like it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So I am actually very excited to see all the champions out here coming out to play. I think this is the biggest field of champions that we've had in Arizona in the last 15, 20 years. Don't get me wrong, Freezer's Ice House, which is Mills Bonner Social now, but they had a big event 2 or 3 years ago, and they had big names come out. So this will just be the bigger of the 64 that we had. So it's going to be really, really good.
Corby says he picks Duncan Weiss.
Yeah, I mean, Federer's the defending champion. He won it last year. Carlo Beato came in second. They made it to the shootout, and Carlo missed the shootout. So they switched it up a little bit when we got to Vegas. So you race to 4, I think it is. And if you tie 3-3 or 4-4 piece, then they move you back a diamond and you have to switch sides, and it's whoever misses goes home pretty much. So it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to everybody. And if any of the top pros are coming in, you guys are on here, reach out to me. I'm going to be there early in Tucson. And if you guys need a ride from the airport to the hotel, just shoot me a message. I already messaged a couple of the top guys that are coming out. Tyler's one of them as well. Tyler will be here. Chris will be here as well. So 2 of the Moscone Cup team members will be here for USA. But I reached out to them, told them if they need a ride, just let me know and I'll come and pick them up so they don't have to waste money with Ubering.
Cool.
So,
Did you make sure you rented a minivan for Reinhold's hair products?
oh, yeah, no, those could be tied to the back of the car.
Oh, we love us some Chris Reinhold over here. I promise you guys.
Yes. I just saw him yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. He's giving out lessons out here in Arizona and getting some practice in as well. So
he's a fantastic man. He is definitely a good ambassador for the sport. Let's see. South Haven Rec and Andy and Nicole Warren are putting on a tournament next weekend. So if you guys are in the South Haven, South Memphis area and you're looking for something within your skill level to play instead of having to compete against those pros, check out South Haven Rec Center in South Haven, Mississippi. Also, I will be taking my happy tail over to Nashville, Tennessee, coming up next weekend on Saturday. Yes, a Music City Open. I haven't missed one in a while, and JOB's has been on lockdown for a hot second. They didn't have it last year, and my bestie, Jonathan Penniger, has won that a couple of times. So we're looking forward to seeing him back in action and see if he can snap this one off. And that will be another Pool Action TV event. So if you guys are wanting to watch the stream, you'll have to log in to Ray Hansen's Pool Action TV. All right, let's see. Penguin says, yeah, they love them some South Haven. South Haven Rec Center is amazing. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I started this thing called giving back to our community with honoring pool players and honoring pool room owners. And I featured a couple out of Tupelo, Mississippi. Tupelo's on fire with that giving back. The Fowlers and the Durhams. Greg Fowler and his wife Shelly opened up their office and fed a community during Thanksgiving. Not only did they do it during Thanksgiving, Nick, they did it again for Christmas, and they brought Santa in with some toys. So a big shout out to Greg Fowler, Shelly Fowler out of Corinth, Mississippi, for going above and beyond the call of duty for their community. Rick Durham and his daughter, Hannah had some issues when she was a child, and there was a children's hospital that was there to help them out during their time of need. And they put on a benefit tournament in Tupelo, Mississippi, yet again. Shade Tree Lounge is pushing out a bunch of all-stars out of their venue, and these people love their community. And they raised quite a bit of money for the children's hospital out of Shade Tree Lounge. So a big thank you to Terry Ritchie and his wife Deanne for having a venue with such amazing people. Also another group of individuals, Linglo Incorporated. They're called the Tupelo Clowns. I know it sounds funny, but let me tell you something about these two gentlemen. They back last year, there was a child that was going through chemo, and he was staying at the Ronald McDonald House, I believe, in Memphis. And his mother and father were desperately trying to raise some money for this child. Not necessarily trying to raise money for the kid, but the kid wanted hats. And he wanted hats of different kinds. He's losing his hair and he's going through chemo treatments. He had cancer. Adam Ledlow and Jason Ling rallied together with yet again Shade Tree Lounge and the surrounding areas to get hats for this kid. They raised over $1,000, Nick.
That's awesome.
Xbox, whatever this kid wanted. And that's the type of people that I tend to surround myself with. So call me a Tupelo clown. Anytime Tupelo needs me, I'm right there.
Yes, indeed.
So a huge shout out to Shade Tree Lounge and Tupelo, Mississippi for going above and beyond the call of duty. Corby says, Nick is the best ambassador for pool I have come across. Nick is one of the most upstanding people I have ever met in my life. I'm going to toot your horn just a little bit here, Nick. Say something about this man. Anytime I need anything and I pick up the phone and I say, Nick, I need this, I need that, he makes sure I get it, whatever it is. Nick and I were supposed to meet in Texas at the Texas Open last year.
Yes.
But he had a little sneaky secret that he was keeping from everybody, and he didn't want to tell me, but he had to because I was adamant about, I cannot believe you're dragging me all the way to Texas and you're not even showing up. Nick, could you fill us in on what happened?
I had an awesome guy. His name's Tony Bloom. He was going to help me out, get out there and play the whole event, all the events, the 9-ball, the 1 pocket. And unfortunately, my work wouldn't let me off. And I was supposed to meet Tracy out there, like she said. And I had to make a phone call and I had to, give her the bad news and let her know that I couldn't get the time off work, that I had to choose BCA last year over the Texas Open. And mind you, she was a little upset, but I had to pick. I couldn't do both with my work, so I had to pick one or another. And I had to pick BCA under 2 conditions. One, I got to play with my wife, not at the time, but she was my girlfriend at the time, doubles. She's never been to Vegas. She's never been to pool scene or anything like that huge. And on top of it, I was proposing in Vegas as well. So I had to choose BCA over the Texas Open. So I had to call her and give her the bad news. She was upset, but I was like, hey, I got 2 things for you to do out there. I go, I know you're not going to know anybody. I know it's going to be hard for you but I go, there's 2 people that you have to do this for me. And if you do it, I'm telling you, you're going to be in. Like, you're going to be really in. Well, Jesus Intencio, I call him Mac and Cheese, and I gave him that nickname because last year at the Arizona Predator Series event we did spot shots to see who can make the most spot shots in a row, and the other one buys each other dinner. Well, we're going like 2-3 hours in. We're tying, and finally I got beat. We go to this steakhouse that's at Casino del Sol, and the guy orders mac and cheese at a steakhouse. And I'm like, how in the heck are you ordering mac and cheese at a steakhouse? Like, you could just made that at home.
In his defense, I would have done the same thing.
No. You don't. Man, you do not order mac and cheese at a steakhouse. So anyway, ever since that moment, I call him mac and cheese. And I also made him a mac and cheese. I had a jersey. Mac and cheese, his Intencio name was in the mac and cheese, like font size and everything. I mean,
evil.
It was great. So I told her, your first task, you have to go up to Jesus Intencio, and you have to ask him, how'd you get the name mac and cheese? And of course, he's gonna smile and he's gonna laugh with his big smile and everything, and then he's gonna tell you what happened. And I'm telling you, it's the most funniest story. And then I said, okay, task number 2. You have to go and find Melina Mike. And you have to tell
that was the hardest one ever.
And
I hated you for that.
I don't care who's around. I don't care if you're by yourself. I'm like, you have to walk up to Melina Mike and go, how'd you get the nickname the biggest nit? And she's like, no, I can't do that. She's like, I'm gonna be in Texas. They're gonna kick me out. They're gonna take me somewhere. And I'm like, I'm not gonna even like you won't. I mean, you're out here. I can't do it. And I said, trust me, Melina Mike is going to freak out that you even know what that board means, because of the fact that we have a story that we both call each other a nit. And 2 years ago, in Texas Open. Melina, Mike, and I are bidding on the Calcuttas together. And I told him, hey, I go, I'll get this guy. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. He's all right. So I'm bidding on this guy. And I'm like, hey, we'll take him 200. Somebody's 250. I say 3. I go 350. And it kind of stops. When Melina Mike gets up, goes, has a drink, comes, sits down, and we're literally sitting there. The guy's all going once, man. This is a steal for 350. You guys, he should be going for 800 or 900. He's all going twice. He's all, and then Melina Mike, before he could say going 3 times, sold. Melina Mike stands up. He's all, hey, we'll take him for 450. And I'm like, dude, we're betting on the same person. And so that's how he got the name Knit. So we both interact with that. So if you guys see that on Facebook, it's nothing personal. It's us just calling each other a knit for the sake of that reason. So I told her to go and approach this man that she has nothing to know about him or anything and never met the guy. And I'll let you take the story from there.
And he just, basically Chris McDaniel. If you guys know Chris McDaniel, he is a player out of Denver, Colorado. And him and I have been friends for around 5 years or so through Facebook. And this is the first time we'd actually met each other. And he's going, hey, wait a minute. Didn't you say you needed to talk to Melina Mike? I mean, extremely loud. So I was stuck. I had to say it. So I'm sitting there and I was like, well, this isn't ladylike, but I heard that somebody told me that you were the biggest knit in the room. And Dom literally stopped in his track. He looks at Mike and he starts laughing. And he said, that had to be Nick DeLeon. It was an amazing trip.
He's live right now. I'll let him know when he's off the computer.
I had the best time, and it was amazing. I got to hang out with Chris Ronhold. The man's fantastic. He told me that you snore like a train. And he said,
at least I don't take 3 hours to blow dry my hair. Oh, my bad. Wait, we're live? I'm on.
Yes, we're live. Don't talk about my friends like that. But anyway, it was a fantastic trip. So I'll have that article posted for you guys soon, so you can find out all the dirt that I found out while I was at the Texas Open, and that'll be on our main page, our magazine page, which is www.insidepoolmag.com. And my handle is, I believe it's Inside America's Pool Rooms right now, but it could shift to a different page. So you guys go over there, read some of that stuff. I have some fantastic information on some of these players, some of the things that you guys probably wouldn't even know. I mean, did you guys know that Nick is a father of 2? I bet you didn't. Is it 3? Oh, that's right. You have a stepdaughter now.
I do. Yes.
Him and his beautiful wife have 3 lovely children now. So there's a lot of things that you guys don't know about these players, and that's my job, is to dig into it and make them look human. They're not robots, guys. They're human. Let's see. Corby's on a mission. Let's see what's going on. That is the 3rd time I've heard that this week, that Nick snores like a train. Corby, apparently it gets around that he snores a lot. I don't know. Dory says it sounds like music to her ears, so bless her heart.
No choice, Tracy.
We love you, Dory.
Fantastic.
Penguin says Iron City added 7K to the One Pocket event and only 12 players showed up. That's kind of sad. I don't know what's going on with Iron City, but if anybody can fix that issue, it's Ray Hansen. But It could just be really, Penguin. There's so many events going on. You had Turning Stone. Last year, Turning Stone was a no-go, so you had more people there.
Correct.
But still, the One Pocket event wasn't really stacked when Nick was there. Was it?
No, it wasn't that stacked. We didn't have that many players either. I mean, there was more in the 9-ball than there was in the 10-ball big table or the One Pocket.
Right, but COVID was still going strong, so there was a lot of people that just didn't know. Is Alabama a mask mandated state? Do you have to, you didn't know anything last year.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When you're holding big events, whether they're 10,000, 5,000, 8,000, 17,000 added or whatever you want to call it, you need to give the players and everybody else that wants to come and watch these top professionals, 3 to 4 months in advance. If you could plan out your year for 2023, for instance, and you have a big event in January, then that should be advertised in October or November.
Right.
So it gives everybody time to go, okay, hey, I can fly here to there. And then instead of going from here to my house and then getting back on a plane the next day to fly out, that they can organize all that. That's why I like all the events coming out right now. There's everything from February to March to even May and April. So we all can just jump in and go, okay, our flight's going to go from here to here, and then I need to stay here to go to there. So it's just that you have to give time, and I think that's a little with Turning Stone happening. Majority of the players, like 120 players,
they had already paid for Turning Stone, so Correct. It's like they can't not go because they're Correct. Not getting their money back. They had to be there.
Yes, correct.
Because we had, I believe, the Iron City event that you were not able to go to that I went to alone. We had Billy Thorpe was there, and we had a couple of other people that weren't there when you were there the time before. So it's slowly gaining a little more momentum, but a lot of the players just aren't one pocket players. But Cliff Joyner was there this time, and to see him playing again after the stroke that he had a few years ago, it's I give that man kudos.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's just that if you now know what Turning Stone event is, then they can work on Iron City Billiards can work on going before that or after that.
Right.
To at least, so we're not picking and choosing what events to go to.
Right.
Not saying that it's their fault. I'm just saying that
absolutely not.
Yeah.
We can only do so much. But tournament promoters and all of this stuff, it's very difficult, especially after being on lockdown for an entire year with just a sprinkling of tournaments.
Yeah.
And now everything is wide open and it's just exploding.
Correct.
So we just have to learn to get along. Let's share our players. And the big thing for me is have tournaments that cater to not only we want the pros there, but let's have some of these mini tournaments that your shortstops want to play in, because the mini tournaments actually help your lower ranking players. To me, I feel that, I feel like they would rather play in those mini tournaments because they don't last as long. The races are shorter.
Yeah, and also Turning Stone is, from what I heard from the past years, is that it's actually a Moscone Cup point division event as well. I don't know if they're still holding it as that, but
Mr. Ortiz is in the house.
Yeah, last couple of years, I heard that both Turning Stone events for the year were Moscone Cup point events. So I don't know if they're keeping it. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's a possibility. I mean, anything's possible.
Not that guy. Oh, can we ban him?
Absolutely not. There's no banning on this show unless you're just horrible.
Well, I won't go there.
He says it's not a Moscone Cup ranking event this year.
Well, I appreciate your information.
Absolutely, Mr. Ortiz. We appreciate you being here this evening, sir.
We appreciate you tuning in. I thought you were going to be super busy tonight.
He is super busy. He also recommended, that I block you for a couple of days if you're being naughty.
Oh, really? I go, man, I'm like, if I was Dom, I would have got my how chalk already.
But if you carve a number 1 in the side of your head before you play in any event around me, Nick, we're not talking.
I'm actually getting a haircut tomorrow, and my boy Mike Sandoval is gonna do a 1 PKT in the back of my head. Just for Melina, Mike, and Travis and Joey Ray. Oh my
gosh, I cannot.
I'm gonna be showing them the true love that is from sponsorship.
You're insane. Completely insane. If you do that, I will dye my hair pink
Oh, it's done tomorrow.
for 2 days. We'll
Oh,
have to see if I can get this washed out, though.
That's going to be, I'm going to do one PKT. I'll do Pool Player Podcast. I'll do Inside Pool Magazine across my back of my head.
Oh, my gosh. He's lost his mind.
Hey,
Anyway,
Predator only said that I can only have 3 logos on my entire jersey per day. They didn't say anything about my hair.
all right. My gosh. Nick, would you like to run through your sponsors? He said, looking good, man. Maybe he'll be enough pool player to learn the difference between how to chalk. He's on you about your chalk, Nick.
Hey, chalk is chalk, all right? But if you want to send me some town chalk, I would much appreciate it. I mean, I can really use it. I'll give a big shout out, since our boy Eminem is on.
We have sponsors in the house, sir.
Yes, we have sponsors in the house. Melina Mike, Joey Ryan, Travis, Adam with 1PKT. You guys don't want to miss out on everything that they are doing. So go to 1pkt.com. They have new product. They're getting new stuff coming out. I cannot wait for some of the stuff that they're doing. So hats off to them, what they're doing in the pool industry for that. If you guys haven't been to Melina Mike's page, reach out, add a friend. I'm pretty sure he's already blocked so many people.
Windows Open.
You can actually go to Windows Open, and he shares all of the pool insight, everything from cancel matches to big events to cancel events, everything that's happening. The guy is your 411 for the billiards industry. And if you're not following him, you are missing out. So he's a good person. He's great to deal with. Unless he's being a net, then you're just totally screwed.
Also, Melina Mike also has cues. He raffles off cues from time to time. So if you guys are looking for a fantastic cue, check out Windows Open.
Yes, indeed. All on Facebook. Q-Tech. They're amazing. They have the new Avid series. They have the Synergy shafts, 11.8, 12.5, the brake cue, the cases that just came out. I mean, the case is absolutely amazing. I'll pull it out because I have it right here. But it's absolutely
cases, guys.
Amazing. It's a 4x8 soft case. They have a snapback that my boy Joey Ryan got from them. It's a snap over cast. It's a 2x4. They're very cheap, guys. It's very, very, very good price. It's $275 for the 4x8 soft case, and the 2x4 hard snap case is $265. If you guys don't get them, they're gonna be running out quick. They're flying off the shelves on everybody that has them. So I'm happy to be part of their family, and they're just an awesome company. Who else? Pool Player Podcast with Joey Ryan and Melina Mike. They do Dogging It. He's jumping in, doing a lot with more players. He's going to be interviewing this year. That's his really goal. He wants to get back into that. We all love to hear the backside stories and what got them into it and what the sacrifice they do to get into it and to keep on going with pool. Rick Smith out of Tucson, Arizona. He'll be there at the Nationals and the Predator event for CSI. So he'll be out there snapping photos. Mike Gwynn, Realty One Group. You need anything about houses, you need have any questions about homes or anything, he's your man to go to. Look him up. And he's amazing here. Top 5% in Arizona or top 3% in Arizona. The guy knows all the ins and outs about houses, and he'll have no problem taking a phone call and talking to you guys a little bit if you have any questions about anything with the homes. Inside Pool Magazine, my girl Tracy, the Diva, and I appreciate you guys and everything you guys have done and bringing me on board with you guys. I'm excited. Every podcast is great, and we just keep on moving forward and getting all the info that everybody else needs. So I do appreciate you guys jumping on board with me.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
I am sponsored by Gates Cleaners out of Madison, Alabama. They make sure that I get the time off that I need so I can get to these tournaments and write these articles for you guys. Also, Hilton and Marriott. Those are the two brands that this diva goes and has a wonderful sleep. So if you guys are looking for a fantastic place to stay, check out Hilton brand hotels or the Marriott. Also, Enterprise car rentals is what this diva uses when she goes out of town to make sure that she gets there safely. We are also giving back to the community, pool fans. If you need a rental car, check out my page or Nick's page or our main page at Inside Pool Mag. They have a discount code for all of our pool players. So if you're flying into any major airport, they should have an Enterprise rental place there. Just give them that discount code. You get a discount and it will come right back to us to let us know that you guys are getting those discounts that you need. It's our way of giving back to the pool community. Also, Poolaholic gear is what this girl wears. Steve Ditmar out of California makes sure this diva gets all the great pool apparel that she needs. Also, Steve Ditmar is giving away one lovely thing a month for our podcast. So you guys stay tuned. You've got to be in the chat, guys, and interacting with us to get free stuff. We'll be giving away a pool cue, possibly some of pool apparel, also probably some chalk. We have no idea. We're just going wild over here.
Yeah, maybe Melina might can throw in some chom chalk.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. You better check with Melina Mike before you start throwing stuff around, though.
Again, if any of your pool halls in the U.S., outside the U.S., whatever it is, you see that email on the bottom, email Autumn. She will take care of you guys. We will advertise everything that comes out. We will help you guys. But she is the person to deal with when we get the flyers. So if you guys know anything that's coming up in your hometown or coming up in a different town, reach out to Autumn, send her a message, and let her know these events are coming up, and she'll contact and she'll deal with the pool room and everything. So just
you can get your pool room and these flyers on our page, on our main page, and all you have to do is click on it and it will send it right to you. So these people know where they need to go. The issues that we're having usually is people are like, well, they're not posting where these places are. Well, we're going to try to work on that for you guys so it'll be a little easier. We get millions and millions of flyers all over the place, but they're in sections. They're in different areas of the United States. When you have Melina, Mike, and Nick on one side of the country and me on the other side of the country, and you're getting all these flyers, we just have no, it just gets ridiculous. So Inside Pool Mag, myself and Nick are going to try to work for you guys to get everything put on one page. So all you have to do is click, put in your state, and boom, there you go. So we're working towards that. It may not be happening like right this minute, but we're going to work hard on trying to get that put out there for everybody. So it'll make it a lot easier on our fans and our players.
Yes, indeed.
Nick should get some earplugs to market. I think he should, Penguin. And honestly, the funds that come from that, Nick, needs to go to Dory. Because I mean,
oh God, I'm not that bad.
That's not what Reinhold said, Nick.
I can lay out some dirt on that man in a hotel room, but
you leave my friend alone.
I'll have to wait for the Inside Pool Magazine PG or rated R.
Oh, we have to do Billiard Talk After Dark.
Yeah, After Dark. Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are interested in Billiard Talk After Dark, we might be able to schedule something like that.
Yeah, about midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah. Anyway, let's recap. Dennis Orcollo was deported back to the Philippines on a infringement on his visa. He has 2 bad marks on his visa there, so he's looking at a 5-year ban. But Inside Pool Magazine, and the rest of the
Absolutely.
United States is trying to rally behind Mr. Orcollo to see what we can do to help him get that turn back
'Cause
around.
we need to get that robot back out here. So I know there's a lot of people that are putting their stuff together and working together and working and helping them out to get them back out here sooner than later.
Right.
So-
This Diva will be in Nashville, Tennessee next Saturday for Music City Open. So if you guys are in the Nashville, Tennessee area, stop by JOB Billiards. I will be there with bells on. Nick, where will you be next week?
I will be playing against all the top champions from all over at the Predator Series at Casino del Sol during the same event that's going on with the CSI National event as well. So it's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be a great pool. We get to have some fun. We get to hang out with the champions and everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. I look forward to. Are they streaming that by any chance, Nick?
Yes, they are. And I don't know what the stream is because I know it's a little different but I know it's going to be on YouTube. And I don't know if it's the Predator 10 ball series or what, or if it's a CSI YouTube. But once we figure it out, you guys will all know what the link is to watch the top professionals play.
Awesome. While I'm at let me get my words out tonight. I've had too much coffee today, I think. While I'm at Music City, that's a Ray Hansen production. So Pool Action TV will be streaming that live. So if you're wanting to watch some pool out of the great state of Tennessee, check out a Pool Action TV for all of your viewing pleasure. Also, ICB is in full swing right now, guys. Just to recap, Kevin Ping takes down Skylar Woodward in the Banks tournament last night. Yeah. And Josh Roberts is on fire right now, guys. He snapped
against
off
Omar.
the one ball, one pocket event.
Yes,
so
and he's playing. And
he's playing earlier.
Yeah, he's playing in the hot seat against Omar right now for the one pocket.
Do we have any updates on that?
Melina Mike, are you in
Mr. Ortiz, do you have an update on Iron City Billiards for the fans? Let's give him a second to figure out what's going on.
Before we jump off of here. And like I said, guys, if you missed it and you're just tuning in right now and you missed everything from Dennis Orcollo to the Fedor and Alex match and all the events that are coming up, you guys could go to our YouTube page. It's Inside Pool Magazine. Scroll down, you'll see it, and you'll be able to watch it or even watch our previous podcasts as well.
We have all of our podcasts are uploaded to YouTube, and this one will be up soon as well. So if you guys missed it tonight, you'll be able to catch it next week or in a couple of days. Also, we will be giving away some prizes, but you have to be in the chat and you have to be active in order to win. And we'll be giving that away at the end of the month. And I will see Nick in a couple of months, I'm pretty sure, at Super Billiards Expo in April.
Yes. We will be in the same town.
For at least a couple of days anyways.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to head out of here because Nick's got some things to do. His lovely wife just got home and was taking up enough of Nick's time. And this Diva has to go to work in the morning, so it's going to be an early morning.
Okay, guys, make sure you follow the Divas page, and you can even jump on mine. I'm on Facebook, Nick Delio, NikonKid. My page, I share everything that she shares and what's upcoming and everything from Melina Mike's page I share as well. I'm very active on there. You send a message. You want to try out stuff. If you're here in Arizona, you want to try out any Q stuff. You want to check out my Q bag. My bag's an open bag for all you guys. So if you see me in a pool room, just come up to me, say hi, and say, hey, like to try out the jump Q or the break Q. Yeah, go right ahead. And so it's no problem at all. So just follow us, keep us going, and please subscribe on our YouTube channel as well because everything's getting posted there right afterwards.
And hit those share buttons, guys. Let people know that we're doing this. And if there's anything that you guys want to know about or you need information on, get in touch with Nick and myself, and we'll make sure that that's aired on our next podcast.
And if you guys know a good company for earplugs, I'm all ears.
All right, guys. Everybody have a fantastic terrific night, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll see you next week, same time, same place, except we're going to do it on Wednesday next week instead of Thursday.
Yes.
And
yes.
Nick's probably going to be live. And are you going to be live from your venue?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure on Wednesday it starts, and it's going to be like 1 or 2 matches, and then they take the rest of the night off. So I think we'll be fine. So we'll be coming live. I'll try to do it from the area, the Predator area too. So
I would love for you to actually do like a panorama like you did while you were at Hard Time, so we can take a look at the venue. That would be fantastic.
No, for sure. Yeah, we can definitely do it.
All right, guys. Well, everybody have a great night, and we appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week at 8 o'clock here at Billiard Talk on Wednesday.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye, guys. I'm going to run that video one more time as we say goodnight.
Yes, and you guys can come back and check it out. All right. Later, everybody.